Stop. Before you scoop instant coffee into your mug, flip the package over. Because a lot of instant coffee is not really coffee anymore. It is a recipe. Sugar, creamer, flavorings. With coffee playing a supporting role, instant coffee is a billion-dollar industry built on convenience, but that convenience often comes with a hidden cost. The quality of what you are actually drinking. If you are, like most people, you are buying something designed to make your brain think it is coffee, when it is really a processed dessert mix. And that is exactly what the industry is counting on. Today, we are exposing the 7 instant coffee traps that ruin your morning and your budget. Then I will show you the 5 better picks that actually deliver simple, honest coffee. Stay to the end because the final trap is the most sneaky one. Alright, one quick piece of context. To spot the traps, you need to understand how instant coffee is made. Instant coffee starts as real brewed coffee. Manufacturers brew coffee into a super concentrated liquid. Then they turn that liquid into powder using one of 2 methods, spray drying or freeze drying. Spray drying is the cheaper, faster method. Liquid coffee is sprayed through a nozzle into a chamber of hot, dry air. The water evaporates instantly, leaving a fine powder behind. But that high heat has a downside. It destroys a lot of delicate aroma and flavor compounds. That is why spray-dried instant coffee often tastes sharp, flat, or burnt. Freeze-drying is slower and more expensive. The coffee is frozen into slabs, broken into granules, then placed in a vacuum chamber where the frozen water sublimates. It goes directly from ice to vapor. This uses much less heat, so more flavor and aroma stay intact. That is why freeze drying is often the gold standard for better instant coffee. And here's the first real truth. The first trap is not even an ingredient. It is the process. Brands using the cheaper, harsher spray drying method often try to fix what got lost by adding a bunch of extra stuff. And that is where the traps begin. Okay, let us count them down. The 7 worst instant coffee traps. Trap number 7, the 3-in-1 disguise, 3-in-1 packets, and instant latte sachets. They look like coffee, they are marketed like coffee, but they are often mostly sugar and creamer with actual coffee powder as a small part of the mix. Here is the simple rule. If the first ingredients are sugar, corn syrup, solids, glucose syrup, or creamer, this is not coffee, it is candy with caffeine. You are paying a premium for a processed sugar delivery system, and it is the fastest way to start your day with a crash. Trap number 6, coffee drink and coffee beverage. Anything labeled coffee drink, coffee beverage, or iced coffee mix. Those vague words are usually a red flag, because it usually means this is a formula. Think stabilizers, flavor systems, sweeteners, and thickeners. The industry uses those labels to give themselves flexibility. They can change the recipe when ingredient costs change, and you will barely notice. You are buying something designed for shelf stability, not simplicity or transparency. Ask yourself this: if it is truly coffee, why will they not just call it coffee? Trap number 5, non-dairy creamer bombs. Instant coffee is built around creamer. If you see ingredients like vegetable oil, mono and diglycerides, dipotassium phosphate, or sodium caseinate, you are basically buying a powdered creamer product that happens to contain coffee. Take dipotassium phosphate. It is an emulsifier, and its job is to stop creamer from separating in hot water. That is not food magic, that is formulation. So if your coffee turns perfectly creamy in 1 second every time, that is usually formulation doing the heavy lifting, not coffee. Trap number 4, flavored instant coffee with vague terms. Products that say natural flavors or flavorings with no explanation. I am not saying flavor is automatically bad. I am saying vague labels are a transparency problem. Natural flavors can mean a lot of things. If a brand cannot clearly tell you what creates the taste, you are guessing. Often those flavor systems exist to mask low quality coffee underneath. If the flavor is loud but the coffee taste is weak, you already have your answer. Trap number 3, ultra cheap mystery blend jars. The cheapest jars have no origin, no region, no sourcing details, no real information, just instant coffee. Sometimes it is fine, but the whole model is usually to cut cost, and that often creates inconsistency. One jar tastes okay, the next jar tastes like cardboard. You think you did something wrong, but often the product has changed. If a brand will not tell you where the coffee comes from, they do not want you to know. Trap number 2, the burnt equals strong trap. Instant coffee that tastes burnt and harsh, so you assume it is strong, but burnt does not mean strong. Burnt means harsh. And then what happens? You do exactly what the product needs you to do to be drinkable. You add sugar, then creamer, then more sugar. Now, your coffee habit is not a coffee habit anymore. It is a daily sugar habit. If your coffee needs rescuing every morning, it is usually not a you problem. It is a product problem. Trap number 1, the sludge cup, grit, sediment, weird separation, stuff at the bottom. Instant coffee should dissolve cleanly. If it constantly leaves stuff behind, that is a quality red flag. Even if it is not dangerous, it is sending you a message. This is not worth repeating every single morning. And that makes it the sneakiest trap because you can literally see it in your cup. Okay, now the good news, the 5 better picks, the winning formula is boring, and that is a good thing. Short ingredient list, real coffee, minimal extras, and ideally some transparency. Here are 5 ways to upgrade instantly. Better pick number 5, pure instant coffee with 1 ingredient. You want the label to look like this. Ingredients, coffee, no creamer system, no sugar system, no flavor system. That forces the brand to compete on coffee quality. And if you want sweetness, you add it on purpose, not hidden inside the powder. That is the foundation of an honest cup. Better pick number 4. Choose freeze-dried instant coffee instead of spray, dried instant, or mixes. Freeze drying preserves more aroma and flavor so it tastes closer to real brewed coffee. That small price difference is usually worth it. Better pick number 3. Choose single origin or region labeled instant coffee. Instant coffee that tells you where it is from. Single origin is great, but even a region like Colombia or Ethiopia is better than a mystery blend. Does origin automatically mean perfect? No, but transparency usually correlates with brands that do more than the bare minimum. These days, transparency is basically a quality signal. Better pick number 2, steeped coffee bags. They are like tea bags but with coffee. You still get convenience, but you are brewing real coffee grounds, so you avoid most instant mix traps. Perfect for travel, the office, or anyone who hates instant texture but still wants speed. Better pick number 1. Build your own instant latte. If you love lattes, do not buy the latte sachet. Buy pure instant coffee, add milk or your favorite alternative, and choose your sweetener. Optional, add cinnamon or cocoa for the same cozy vibe. You control the ingredients, and it is often cheaper in the long term. Alright, 2 quick upgrades that make almost any instant coffee taste better. Upgrade 1, make a paste first. Start with a tiny splash of hot water. Stir the instant coffee into a smooth paste, then add the rest of your water or milk. Fewer clumps, better dissolve, often smoother taste. Upgrade 2, do not use violently boiling water. Let the water sit for 20 to 30 seconds after boiling, then mix. It will not fix bad coffee, but it can make decent coffee less bitter. So here is the exposed truth. A lot of instant coffee is not coffee. It is a dessert mix in disguise. If you want a part 2 where I rank the most common instant coffee ingredients from fine to why is this even here, comment with the word label. Also comment which instant coffee you drink right now. I will tell you which trap it falls into and what the simplest upgrade is. If this helped, hit like and subscribe. I will see you in the next label investigation.